Hey, folks, Dave here in Studio B, and just jumping on for a quick Wednesday night chat. I'm not going to be long here tonight, but I just got a couple things I figured I'd toss out there for discussion. As you can tell by the title of the video, do you stock up on games and seasons? And why I asked that is, um, I'm waiting for Hockey Bones 72 Summit Series to come out on Drive Through Cards. Okay, now that's only two teams. It's just Canada and Russia. Okay, it's just the two teams. So I'm like, well, from there, I might as well grab something else to make it worth my while, especially with the ship. That's kind of how I figure that. So I got my little list here, and we talked about this on the Patreon today. And I was like, what season do I get? So I listed the ones that I have and the ones I don't have. And so I created a little list of what they have available. And I was like, I narrowed it down to 81, 82, or 83. That's kind of what I narrowed it down to. So I figure if I'm going to get just the two teams, that I'm going to get a full season to go with that. Then while I'm there, it's like, well, I definitely want to get another deck. Oh, I don't have my shootout cards. I was looking for my shootout cards. They're in the box. I wanted to get another deck of shootout cards because I thought I would play some shootout on the table. I haven't done that in a while. I always use the helper. So I'm like, well, if I'm going to get the Summit Series, I might as well get a season of Hockey Bones while I'm there. And well, I might as well get a second deck shootout card. So, do you guys do that? I was kind of wondering, do you guys ever stock up on games and seasons? That's just kind of something was going through my mind. It kind of falls back into the discussion we had last week about, are you a gamer, or are you a collector, or are you both? Um, I figure if I'm going to go there, especially with the shipping, I'm going to probably get a few items. That's just what I figure. A Steeler fan drops by. I almost did some Spiders baseball tonight, but it just the day ran late on me, and I was like, I'm just going to kind of come on here and chat real quick. I think Steve Towers going on at 9 anyway tonight, so I didn't want to run into him. I think I saw him on tonight. Or is it tomorrow? I forget. Hi, Jeremy. So I just wonder about that. Even PDFs, it doesn't even have to be the shipping with the PDFs. So when you go to buy something, do you just get the season you want to play, or do you get a couple of seasons? Or if you're gonna go and buy a game, especially during Black Friday, or if there's a sale or whatever, maybe you got a bonus check at work or whatever. That's what happens with me is I'll do these extra jobs and the check will come in. It's like, oh, that's extra $50 that I wasn't expecting, and so I'll maybe buy a game or something like that. But I tend to be, again, I'm kind of borderline collector slash gameplay. I do both because I hate to. One of my things is I hate to get a game in a season and then really like it. And then I'm like, oh, why didn't I get more seasons? So for me, what I like to do is I like to get the game, get a season. I did that with Apple Hockey, I think. And then I was like, okay, now we're gonna get more. So then I chipped away my collection. But if it's a PDF though, they're usually a lot cheaper. And so I'll grab at least two seasons with a new game. Usually, if it's something I think I'm going to enjoy. I think I did that with regular season basketball. I think I got one or two seasons when I first got that. And with shootout, I definitely know I picked up a few seasons with shootout hockey when I first got that. So, I just wonder, do you guys stock up when you order? Do you stock up, or do you just kind of, okay, I want to play this, so I'm going to get this season only or this game only? I just wonder what you guys do with that as Midlife Crisis stops by. I just like I say, I just got a quick little chat here tonight. It's nothing crazy. Oh, I never fixed my I'm sorry, I never fixed my chat room. So I just want to make sure that the people can't come in here and cause any problems here. But yeah. So I just was thinking about that tonight, as I said, something. I think I'm going to pick up a few things. I'm tempted away for Black Friday, but usually the drive-through cards doesn't really have any sales. If they do, it's on PDFs. I'm like, yeah, if I'll get the PDF anytime I want. So so I usually don't worry about that. But yeah, so what's Steeler fan here? What do you got to say, Steeler fan here? You'll buy a couple Stratomac PC baseball seasons whenever they're on sale. Yeah, and I do that too. And I think I bought a couple of seasons. I have a couple of projects after the Spiders I have already planned out, and I'm not going to give that away just yet. But I already bought the hat, so I have to do the project now. But yeah, so they'll have a sale. Remember when they had their sale and hey, we're sorry that the website went down and they had a sale? I picked up a couple of seasons for baseball with that and the whole bit. And with the idea that I'm going to play something. I hope I do. Arnold, what do you got here? Every year during the Christmas sale, I'm always low on cash. This year, you are prepared. Nice, good. You gotta be prepared for that, you know? I've been working like a fiend. I'm just in fact, I canceled one of my jobs Saturday morning just 'cause it's partially because of a weather issue, but it's like I'm working Friday night and Saturday night, and it's like, man, I don't wanna work Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night. I just don't have any time to play. I don't have any time to do anything here. So I got the money to buy games because all I'm doing is working, but I don't have the time to play the game. So I gotta find a better balance for that. But I am thinking about picking up a few seasons with that. In fact, I just got I think I was talking about this manager's handbook for Pocket Pennant Run 2. I got the box here. I haven't done my official unboxing yet, but we're gonna have Matt and Craig, or one or the other, or both, on the show tomorrow. So if you have any questions for Pocket Pennant Run, get those in now because tomorrow afternoon we're going to be recording with them. So any questions for Pocket Pennant Run, the second edition, let us know and we'll try to ask them that. Let's see, Steeler fan, you recently started playing Soccer Blast. If they have the Black Friday, so you might buy for. I spent a bunch of money with Play last Black Friday. I bought my second season. I finally put second season away because I never got it on the table. But I pulled it out to play. It got real close. It got right here, but it never made the table because I haven't played anything big. But I bought a bunch of seasons for second season. I did. I like second season. I bought a bunch of seasons for that. I think I bought some racing and some golf, and I haven't played it. It's been 1 year, and I ordered all that stuff. So I stocked up. I got a good deal on all that stuff. I just haven't played. I just haven't had a chance. But that's the collector in me that I like to make. I like to have these things. So when I pull it out, I get a okay, what do I want to play now? Do I want to play this? Do I want to play that? I like to have that stuff in stock, and especially when you get it on sale, you don't feel so bad, As VL stops by. Thanks. I like that icon you got there. I really like that. Jeremy says I got a couple inside pitch seasons and payoff pitch seasons I want. Yep. Yep. Joe, good news. Joe from Payoff Pitch just said he was feeling better and he should start getting the physical copies out anytime now. So if you want Payoff Pitch, and those cards are fantastic, they really are. Yeah, make sure you check that out. Also, Saltair Pro Football, I think they had a new season come out recently as well. Check their website, saltairprofootball.com. That's another game I want to get back to. That's another fun game. And somebody was playing Fast Drive Football, and I really like that. But I think I like Saltair Pro Football in second season better than Fast Drive Football. I played Fast Drive Football for a while. It was very fun. There was just a lot of card flipping and a lot of steps to remember. And as fun as it was, and I had a blast with it, I would always screw up. I would forget to check for a penalty. I'd forget to check for a fumble. I'd forget to check for something. There was just something I always forgot. In fact, I listed out the steps. I think on a punt, there was like 9 steps, 9 cards you had to flip for a punt. It was a fun game. It wasn't difficult, just a lot to remember. Kind of like Hockey Bones. So I finally get my raspberry lime sparkling water back in stock. So yeah. Let's see here. Going back to the chat room here. VL says he's got about 13 Stratomatic seasons. They are too expensive for me to buy. Yeah, they are. Especially like if you get the newer stuff, it is so expensive. The new seasons are real expensive, especially for like Apple when you're spending $100, I think, on. Especially, I'm not sure which one it was. There was one that was over $100. I know a lot of them sell the season and then they sell the extras, so that's good too. Because if you don't want the extras, you don't have to pay for them. I do like that. And oh no, Jeremy's going through COVID right now. Well, I hope you get better, man. Yeah, just it's rest and flu, all the stuff you would treat a flu with. So hope you doing good. Check your oxygen level. Make sure your breathing's okay, and hopefully you'll get through that, Jeremy. Because we want to see you back here. We want to see you playing some games. Yeah, you're working 7 days a week right now. Yeah, it's I don't know when my next day off is. Seriously, I looked at my calendar, and I don't know when my next day off is because I'm doing something every day, especially now with the movie readings. And as fun as that is. They sent me a message last night at like 11 o'clock. Hey, can you do a movie reading for us? It's 11 o'clock at night. I was just getting home from work. So there I am at midnight, setting up the microphone, recording for the guy. So it just is morning, noon, and night. I guess it's good to be in demand. I get to reunite with my former broadcast partner Friday and Saturday night up at Riviera School. in Hampshire. We're doing some hockey games, and we used to broadcast all the time, but we haven't done anything. He's the guy I did the Boston Garden with probably about 8 years ago, 10 years ago. And so he's like, hey, you want to reunite the band? It's like, yeah. So we're going to get together and broadcast. So that's going to be kind of fun. And yes, we hope Jeremy is feeling better. And so midlife crisis, what do you got? You don't stock up, but I usually can't resist because I'm backlogging potential product. I mean, we're all backlogged. I've got 50 products started. Probably 40 of them I know I'll never finish, and maybe even 20 of them I'll never get back to just because I started. I get all excited and I start, whatever. But yeah, no, I hear that as well. However, if I cave and like what I got, I binge. That's what I'm going to turn into shootout. Shootout hockey's great. And those seasons, I mean, you can buy everything for shootout hockey. I mean, I don't know if how much it would cost to get everything, but the game is like what, $5 or $10, and the seasons are between what, $5 and $10. I mean, so I think you could get everything for shootout for I don't know how many seasons. They got a lot of seasons, but I mean, it's the PDFs. You could just get everything. In fact, that's what he should do. He should have a bundle of like everything, kind of like Downey does with their football games, a bundle of everything. That would be kind of good to do that. I should suggest that to John. Jamie does mostly PC versions of games. If a game doesn't have a lot of seasons, he's hesitant to buy. Yes, we've talked about that. Even though I can never play all the seasons I have for other games. Yeah, we talked about that too, because there's a couple games that I have, and I've played around with them, and I like them, but I purposely don't play them because if I like it too much, I'm going to get real frustrated that I'm limited on my seasons because, I like to play the one-offs. I play one here, one there. I don't get into too many long projects. I have some long projects I'm doing, but mostly I'm a one-off guy. I like I said, Ron makes fun of me. I'm the Golden Corral guy. Like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. But that's where I get my enjoyment, and there's no wrong way to do this. So if I want to play a hockey game, I play a hockey game. If I want to play a baseball game, I play a baseball game, and I have my fun with that. But I am hesitant when I try a new game. I look at the seasons, and there's a couple of hockey games that I was looking at, and I'm like, well, they don't have really any seasons I like, maybe one. And I was like, well, what if I get this game and I love it, and I'm stuck with one season, and all the other seasons I just don't care about. So what do you do with that? There's some games that I've seen that have a lot of seasons before my wheelhouse, like in the 50s and the 60s. Not my thing. And there's some games that only have from like 2010 on. Not my thing. I'm a 70s, 80s, 90s guy. That's my wheelhouse for all these games. And when they don't have many seasons with that, yeah, it makes it tough. But when they do have them, I do like to grab a little bit. I know, especially with the printed ones, I don't usually go crazy off the bat. But sometimes I'll grab. It depends on the shipping. It really depends on the shipping. Because what I'll do is I'll load up the cart. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. Have you ever gone into the cart and you go wild? You just and you add. Okay, if I want to get just about everything I want, I mean within reason, not everything. But if I go to Strat or Apper or Play or whatever, it's like, okay, I'm going to add everything I would really like. Again, within reason, not being dummy and selected everything, but it's like, okay, I want to get these 7 seasons in this game and these 7 seasons in this game, and then you sit back and you look at the cart and you're just like, okay, I need to whittle this down. but that's what I like to do. I like to load up my cart, see what I got, and then look at the price and go, ooh, yeah, $250. Nah. So then you start whittling it down, but then you find the sweet spot for like what the cost is and what the shipping is. And sometimes you find out that, boy, if I get one more season of printed cards, then the shipping only increases by $1 or $2. So you find that little sweet spot with the shipping where it's like, okay, shipping is this, and as you add it, the shipping goes up. The shipping goes up usually a little slower than the initial one. So if you get one season, you pay the full bulk for shipping. You get 2 seasons, you don't double the shipping costs, it's just a little bit more. So you find that sweet spot, you know what I mean? So I load up my cart and then I back it off, and that's what I usually do on Black Friday. I load it up, I'm like, ooh, whoop, that's a little too much, and then I'll chip away and back it off. So I don't know if that's what you guys do or not, but that's one way of stocking up on games and stuff. But then, like I say, I come back to earth. I reel it back in a little bit. And like, okay, I can't do all that. So let me just do this. And then you hem and haw, and you walk around and you get a drink and you come back and you look at the cart. And you're like, maybe if I put this one back in, and then you're like, oh no, I don't want to do that. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of what I do, and it's fun. It's window shopping. You could put $1,000 in your cart. Doesn't mean you got to buy it, but you put it in the cart and just it's window shopping. It's like, oh, look at that, look at that. So I like to do that. Midlife crisis. I played shootout almost every day for 2 months after I got. Oh, that's what I did. I did when I first started playing that. It was probably it's got to be 4 years ago now. Maybe 5, I forget. And I remember I would every time I got a new season, I take the PDF, I go right down to Staples, and I remember I would call Ron from Staples, and I'd be like, "You got me hooked on this game. I'm at Staples, I'm printing it out on cardstock, and I'm cutting all the teams out here at Staples, and like every few days I'd get a new season, and I get on to Staples, and I print it out, and I have most seasons printed out now, not all, but I have most seasons printed out. There's still a couple that I'm like, I just printed out a couple of teams, but for the most part, I have a whole stock of shootout cards. And that's why I think I'm going to, when I get as I talked in the beginning, I'm going to get the Hockey Bones Summit Series, which is the Canada-Russia 72. I'm probably going to pick up one more hockey season that I don't have, and I'm leaning towards 81, 82 right now, but 82, 83, and 83, 84 are kind of right there as well. 83, 84 is interesting because I have that with Stone Cold, so I could kind of do a Calico project. But I don't know what I don't have much of 81, 82. I don't play much with that, but that's the last Colorado Rocky season. It was a good season for Gretzky. So I think I'm leaning towards that. But I'm gonna, like I say, stock up with that. So if when I go there, I think I'm gonna get the shootout cards as well. So I'll get the Summit Series, I'll get the Hockey Bone season, and then I'm gonna get another drive-through cards version of the shootout hockey cards because I want to play that on the table again. I miss that. And I miss rolling dice for that too. Actually, I used to be the dice roll. Then I had the hybrid system, and then when I got the helper, I only played on the helper now because I love the shootout helper. It keeps all the stats and you can broadcast it. It looks good, but I think I'm going to kind of play some offline and just either roll some dice or flip some cards. So I'm going to get another deck of shootout hockey cards because they're that good. And where are we here? So VL saying having issues with all the baseball sim games right now. One reason I can't play them. Another. That's interesting. I'm not sure what the problem would be. Let's see. I'm tempted to pay off pitch, but I'm currently in the middle of a baseball product and a basketball product. Soon I'll be starting a football product. Welcome to the club, right? Always talking PC. Okay. Yeah, we definitely get better, man. And let's see, what is Jamie going to say? Even the strat seasons are expensive compared to the others. Yeah, the PC one. Yeah, the $30 in the PC. That's why you got to wait. You get the sale. If you can wait for the sale, then you can get them, 3 for $4. And it's not a great deal, but when you figure out if you get 3 for $4, you buy 4, get one free, you're saving yourself $30. And so you stock up like with Action PC. When they have the sale, you go and you grab a bunch of seasons and you're going to pay about a third of the price for Action PC. But anytime Strat has a sale, I would always grab something. I'd either grab football or baseball or hockey, something like that. I don't do much basketball. I think I have like 3 or 4 basketball seasons and I'm fine with that. So I'll just play with those. But yeah, when they have a sale, it's so tempting. Again, you like to stock up and just, I don't have this season. I better get this season. And next thing you know, you get a ton of seasons and you're not playing it. But again, for me, this is what I do. I play games and I talk about games and I play games and I broadcast games sometimes. So for me, to know that I have these seasons available to play. So like I'm thinking about doing a Peter McNabb tribute. Peter McNabb played with the Bruins and the Buffalo Sabres, and he just recently passed away. And I think he was a broadcaster for Colorado as well. I love Peter McNabb. Peter McNabb's great. So I'm thinking about doing a Peter McNabb tribute game, as we like to do. But it's nice to know that I have a lot of different games that I could play that tribute game is. Maybe I do more than one. So just knowing that I have that season, it quells my anxiety. As stupid as that sounds, I've talked about that before on the show. Whereas knowing that you have something, it quells the anxiety. Where it's like, oh man, I want to play the Peter McNabb game, but I don't have this season. And then you're like, now, do I get it? Do I not get it? Do I buy that and stock up, for that one game I want to play? So it's nice to know that I have that season, so to speak. Let me see. Midlife says he's a Strat devotee, but got turned on to Action PC a few years ago. It's extremely full. It is. But again, both do different things. I love Strat baseball. I love it because I can see the dice roll. I can roll the dice if I want to, and I like reading the action on the cards and following along. And that's the allure to me for the Strat games, whether it's hockey, basketball, football, or baseball. I love being able to follow the cards and dice version on the PC, and that's the same with Stone Cold PC Hockey there. Whereas you follow along on the charts and you're basically playing the board game on the PC. And I like that. Action PC, very different. It's a closed engine. You're playing the game. It plays very differently. There's no dice being rolled, or if it is, it's behind the scenes and you don't see it. So that's more of a strategy game, and you're participating a little bit less because you're not rolling the dice and figuring things out. It's all figured out for you. So they're very different games. I like the Action PC baseball and the hockey game and the football too. Basketball plays a little slow for me, but the animation got really good. The last time around, that animation was really good. But lately, I'm in more of a cards and dice mode. So I'm playing like the Strat baseball and the Stone Cold PC hockey. So I'm doing more of that stuff on the computer than I am the Action PC, which looks, let's face it, Action PC looks fantastic. You got the fields, the backgrounds, the hockey rinks, the football fields. It just does. It looks fantastic, So, and then you have the one that's kind of in the middle of everything, which is the pro strategy football, which is kind of the Temco Bowl look-alike. So you get the great graphics. They've done an amazing job on the new version. It's all customized. All the seasons are done for you. All that extra stuff is free. You do have to figure out how to put it in, and that could be a little bit of a headache. But once you get it in, and they've done videos on it, and people have done a lot of videos. And not only them, but the other people have done videos in putting the seasons into the right folder. You're good to go, and that game is so much fun too. So that's kind of half strategy, half visual as well, and that's got the best visuals in the industry as far as I'm concerned. If you're looking for visuals. Let's see here. World's Worst Gamer. Let's see. Well, with a game, one season or a few seasons, you could take the players from it in draft leagues. Yeah. Oh, so you like the fantasy and draft leagues now? I went through that phase as well. In fact, I did that with Franchise Hockey Manager, where I would just sit there and just draft teams and then just simulate them and have some fun with it. I tried that with Action PC, and it didn't do a very good job with it. I don't know why. Franchise Hockey Manager just did a better job. I think you can do that with Strat as well. I think you can have a draft. I think the newer version Action PC was a little bit better. You could pick what team or many teams to pick from, and then just say auto pick until I'm ready. So I think I did that with Action PC a couple times, and that was kind of fun too. Midlife Crisis says he's very interested in deep drive baseball, but they don't offer any season I'm interested in. We just talked about that a minute ago, about having seasons in a game. That's very important. That's one of the things we've talked about many times on the show. If there's a game that comes out, and every now and then I go on Delphi and I see someone created a new game, and sometimes it's like, hey, I'm looking for play testers, or I'm selling the game, or the game's for free, and I look at it and it doesn't have any seasons that I particularly care about. And that's not a knock on the game. It could be a really fun game, even if it's free. It could be really fun to play. But I'm going to have a hard time playing your game if it's a season that I frankly just don't care about. And I kind of speak specifically towards really old seasons or really new seasons. Again, that's just me personally, and I feel bad that I should really play their game and try their game. But again, when I played Apple Hockey, when I put out the 1990 teams, and I could visualize these players, and in my head I saw them in my mind playing the game. That was a game changer. If I just had a regular season, a newer season with newer teams that I didn't care about, didn't know anybody, it wouldn't click. It just, because it wouldn't mean anything. And so when you have a season that you really like, it's very important. So yeah, so when you find a game that doesn't have the season that you like, yep, it's really difficult. And so again, we're talking about and I haven't played deep drive baseball. I haven't yet. I know Bernard put up a list of all the games he's gotten. It's like, holy cow, I don't have any of these. So I need to get more of these games. I need to catch up to Bernard and get some of these games here. But yeah, one comes to mind is Pine Tar. I like Pine Tar, but they realistically have one season I would play. I think it was 1982, And then I think they got 71, which is a little before me for baseball. But I would play 82, and I did like the game. It was easy to play. It was very similar to the pocket pennant run. That's what I found. And I did like. In fact, I played Pine Tar before Pocket Pennant Run, I think. So I did like the Pine Tar. There were some things that were kind of quirky about it, but I did like Pine Tar. But again, I don't want to invest myself in a game that was really a greatest teams or the greatest players. That's felt like that was designed to be the best of the best playing each other rather than just like, hey, I want to play a regular season game between the Astros and the Cubs or something like that, which is what I like to do. I like just to take a meaningless game in a season and play. I'm more of a season guy than I am a greatest hits guy. And so I never could really get into Pine Tar because they didn't have the seasons I wanted to. And I liked the game, and that was too bad. I really did. Let's see here. You play more Action PC, but you don't know how to make a schedule for your league. I don't know if they have a schedule generator or not on Action PC. It's been a while since I've tried that. So I honestly don't remember. Um, don't talk to you about chip. You're over the board on Canada. Yeah, I get it. I do. And there's a lot of people that we talk to that are in England too, and they have the whole shipping thing is really ridiculous to them. So that's why offering a PDF is a good compromise. And I know that sending PDFs is risky because there's the theft and sharing and the whole bit, and you shouldn't do that. And you try to be fair with people. Say, hey, well, the PDF will be cheaper. You just print it, but just don't share it. So it's a little bit more risky with that. But it does work for people who are way overseas, like Patch, hockey unreal. He has to get the PC because I mean the PDF because they can't ship to him. He's on the moon or something like that. I don't know where he is, but he can't get anything shipped to him. So let's see here. Steve, thanks for stopping by. With Action, I'm always tempted to load up because no matter the sale, they always take 20% off. You go over $100. Yeah, yeah, and that's how I loaded up on my hockey and my football season. It was just all righty. So I'm so close to 100. That's what I was talking about. When you load up the cart, you just fill your cart up, and then you look at the shipping, and you start chipping away, and you take some things out of the cart, and you kind of see where the shipping sweet spot is if you're ordering a printed game or a printed season, so to speak. But yeah, when Action PC, so many times I was on there, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna spend 85, I might as well spend 100 and then get the $20 off. Yeah, so that's a really good marketing tool because I've taken advantage of that so many times myself. Strat is doing some stuff here. Free shipping if you spend $125. I know, but they're trying. Strat is trying. Okay, so let's just give Strat the benefit of the doubt. They are trying. And we want to include them on our Black Friday sale show, which is coming up probably about 10 or 11 days, I think. But it's hard to nail them down because they don't have anything concrete. It's kind of like every day some poof pops up. They have a flash sale or a day sale or a week sale. So they're having a lot more sales they did when I first started playing these games, but they don't have anything concrete. So it's almost like you got to follow them. So that when we announce the Strat sales on the Black Friday show, it's kind of like get on the mailing list because they didn't give us they didn't give us an itinerary of what they're going to be having on sale. It's just you got to catch them when you get that email. That's kind of how that works. And let's see here. And you stopped OT because of the schedule problem. See, OOTP is fun. It's just complicated. Just like franchise hockey manager. There's so much to it, and I just don't have the time to put into something like that to learn that. And I play the hockey game quite a bit, and I enjoy the hockey game. It's just I get frustrated because I don't know what I'm doing right and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So I usually play my draft leagues. I like to do like the random debut where you can have an 18-year-old Gordie Howe and a 40-year-old Wayne Gretzky. That's really fun when they do that. And I pick my teams and I sim the season and see what happened. Because if I try to play that game as a general manager, I fail every time. And it's too bad because I've tried to learn that game, but I just don't know what I'm doing. And I get way too many questions, and it's like, yeah, I'll just keep playing the fantasy draft with that. But I've never really tried to do anything. I did try to play the spiders and in 1899, and that didn't work out very well. So I was really disappointed in that with OTP. They had the, I don't know, it just was weird. So I never did that. So I have played them in obviously Strat and Action PC, but the OTP didn't quite work out too well. PJet stopping by, finances preventing from stocking up on games and seasons. I get that. I do. Um, I'm on the other side of that. Is I'm working so much right now that I have the money to buy the games. I just don't have the time to play them. So again, I stock up on a game or a season because I'm working so much. I have the money to buy them, but I just don't have the time to play them. And I was like, I'll get them, and then when I have the time, then I have the game to play. I still haven't got to that point yet where I have the time to play the game. You know, I keep joking about, well, I'll have all these someday when I retire, and I'll be able to sit down and I'll play all my strat seasons and all my APA seasons, and I'll have them. When I'm older and not working, I won't have any money then, but I'll have all my games. So that's kind of the plan. Whether it's going to work out that way, I don't know. Okay, make sure you have an even amount of teams for Action PC. It makes it easy to get done. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So he's trying to do a 17 game team with 17 games with 24 teams. I don't know why that would work or not work. Bugging Strat for a sale. Yeah, no, they'll have one. They always have one this time of year. So just kind of wait it out. It's like one day it's this, next day it's that, or there's a week of this, a week of that. Strat will have a sale on that. I can almost guarantee, because that's when I get my stuff, is on sale. Let's see here, Jamie. What do you got here? Action PC is your favorite for baseball. Also, you like the Colts and the Cardinals. But yeah, I just put out some new pennants here today. I haven't changed my pennants in a while, but yeah, I do have the Colts and the Cardinals there. I threw up the Atlanta Hawks for Ron because he's having trouble with the Hawks. Me and him just have trouble with the Hawks when we play the Celtics. It's just kind of funny. Steve, I heard of Cactus League baseball, but I don't know who's playing it, and but I know it's an older game. I've heard of it, and I don't know what it is, but I know some people played it in the past and do like it. So PJ said he's dirt poor, still find a way to get stuff. Budgeting well, not eating as much. Yeah, as I get older helps. Yeah, yeah. Well, PJ, you're a handsome guy. Are you not modeling anymore? You should be out there modeling. You should be getting tons of money walking down the runway. That's what I would think. That's what I would think. Let's see, where are we here? Oh, I'm sorry. That was World's Worst Gamer. Well, you're a handsome guy too. You and PJ should both walk down and like do those strutty stuff there. That's what you guys should do. You guys should be models. PJ and World's Worst Gamer should be models for the gaming community. That's what I'm thinking. If you have an extra schedule, you can input through the game. You can also generate an input schedule. I thought you could generate schedules in Action PC. I thought you could. Yeah, when Strat had a data breach few years, they sent out a coupon for free shipping, so he jumped on it. You got 72 in Diamond Gens after you made the purchase. Figure out the codes were no good for the purchase of 70. Yeah. Don't you hate that when it's like, oh, I'm going to get this, and you realize, yeah, that's not part of it. Staples is like, they're the worst, because I'm a Staples reward member. So when I get my printing done, or when I go in to buy my paper or my ink, I got a Staples that I go into, and then I'll get on the rewards plan, and I'll get a coupon in, like for $10 or $20, or I'll get a 10% off or 20% off. It's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go up to Staples, and you look, it's like not good on this, that. There's like 100 things that you can't use it for. And so it's like, well, you can't use it on ink, you can't use it on computers, you can't use it on this, you can't use it on. So anything I was going to go to Staples to buy, I got this 20% off coupon that's useless. Just useless. If I wanted to buy pens and pencils, I could get 20% off. So it's just, I hear you when you get all excited. It's like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then you go there. It's like, yeah, that's not included. Yeah, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth. I absolutely hear you on that. I really do. VL, PC Replay Baseball. You had issues downloading and install it. Well, I think they offer a free few. Is that the one that offers a free few days or a free demo? I think PC Replay Baseball, you can download to make sure that it works. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game, but I think that you can at least try the demo to make sure it works. I think I didn't have an issue installing that PC Replay Baseball or PC Replay Basketball. I just didn't. Pro Strategy Football is great. Looking forward to where that goes in the future. Yeah. I'm wondering what they're gonna do. I'm wondering what Pro Strategy is gonna do. I really don't know where they're taking that game. I do know that the graphics are better. I really, when we had Kerry on and talked to him, one of the things I said is, look, you got to allow the mods to go on the D drive. And I don't want to be moving my documents folder for a game. I don't want to screw up anything. So I says, I don't play that game much because I usually bring in one season of mods on my C drive. And my C drive is, it's not full, but it's to a point where I'm not about to put 10 or 15 gigs of graphics for one game on there. And that's what you need to do. So once they can get it so the folder they're looking for the mods are on the D drive, I'll take the whole kit and caboodle, dump it on the D drive, and now every season is modded, ready to go. But until that time, I think I put the 80s decade. So I was playing 81, and that's where I am with that game. So, yeah. And PJ said he got a lot of mileage out of some games, like great team sets for shootout, endless possibilities. Same with the red, white, and blue race. And you find the interesting products. I like that world's worst teams that you're doing there with the scouts and the seals, and I think the Capitals you're doing that. That's really interesting. Then you're using shootout EZ to get the out of town scores. I like that. I really do. That was really interesting. That you're kind of playing the whole season out, and you're getting your mileage out of that. You really there was a couple games and a couple seasons that I did too that I just played a ton of it, and I was like, man, I'm really getting my money's worth. Even though I haven't touched anything else, I'm getting my money's worth out of this one here. Oh, the virus scanner, yeah, yes. Sometimes, yeah, depending on what you got for the virus scan, it can be a real pain to get something on there. And I had a hard time with some of the inside sports games. Like what I would buy a season, it would be triggering that, and I'd have to do a dance to get that season installed. It was so frustrating because one season worked and one season didn't. And I was like, man, what do I have to do to get this installed? But computers are they're so finicky, you just don't know. PC replays cards and dice, but you don't have all this. Yeah, I love how I can play APA and then keep track of it in PC replay. I've done that a handful of times. It is really handy. It really is. They have enough seasons. Yep, they have a lot of seasons. Jeff is in Canada too. He bought ASG Golf and some courses. Almost had to put a mortgage back on my house. Oh, did you get them printed and send you? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Do they do? No, they don't do the printed. The PDF. I don't think. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. I'm not 100% sure. I got the I bought the bundle for the golf. I'm enjoying the golf game. Ron's playing that right now. He's got his own golf going on a tour, and he's really, really enjoying that. So that's a fun game as well. I play a little bit too, and I like how you can roll your own dice in that game, and that's just a fun game. Although I still can't. I get about 80% of what's going on in that game, but still there's that extra die that rolls that I don't know what it does. And I would really like to know when I roll the dice to guess what's going to happen and be right. And that's one game that you roll the dice, you're like, well, that wild card die is doing something that I just can't figure out for the life of me. So I have an idea what's a good roll, but again, I enjoy that game, but it just comes up a little short at times. I'm sorry, buddy. My dog sneezing over here. Because I just don't. I like when I play a game that you can roll your own dice on, or you see the dice on the screen, and it's a port from Cards and Dice. I really want to know what's going on with that, and when it does some stuff behind the scenes, it's like, okay, here I am on the green. No, I'm wide. Why am I wide? Why am I not on the green? What did I do wrong? Oh, this guy's a 1. And then you roll it, and then next time the 1 is good. It's like, oh, I can't figure this out. So I do like it, and Ron's playing it, and I have some fun with it, but it does frustrate me because I can't nail down exactly where the shot goes. I just haven't figured that out yet. And Arnold says, yes, they do have a schedule generator, so that's good. Yeah, without a doubt, Action PC is the best deals, without a doubt. You get the game on sale. You get the upgrade $5 off. You get decades on sale. I mean, just, if you sometimes you can get seasons for around $3. If you wait for the sale and get a decade, it's insane how low seasons are usually. What, they like $10, but you can really get seasons really inexpensive. You really can. All right, take care, Rio. Yeah, I'm gonna be jumping off soon myself. I have a busy day tomorrow. Free shipping, but only in the U.S. Yeah, I get it. I get it. I know. Yeah, that's just how it goes. Cactus League basketball got great reviews in the '90s. Oh, was it baseball or basketball? Did I say baseball early? Maybe I messed up. I'm sorry if I did. I kind of read that kind of fast. But hired former East German government officials for their customer service. Yeah, PJ modeling a '64. Why not? Why not get out there, strut down there, get your strat shirt on, and walk down the aisle, and have a foofy hat on or whatever it is, and just go and have some fun. So anyway, all right. Well, I just wanted to jump on tonight and just chat with you guys because I'm thinking about, like I say, picking up another season and another deck of cards for shootout hockey. When I pick up my hockey bone season there, we got to talk about Black Friday. I'm gonna probably back off way off this Black Friday because I went a little nuts last year because I was, like I said, working a lot. So I said I get some money from all these jobs. I'm gonna buy something fun for myself, and I have all these seasons and a couple of games that I just haven't played yet. So I need to really get, as Brady says, laser focused on what I want to get. Look at the sales. What don't I have? What do I have? What do I want? What do I need? What will round out a collection, so to speak? What will round out anything I want to do? So I really need to look at that and then make my decisions on Black Friday. And then it really all depends on the sales too. I think I picked up Dice Nuts Hockey last year, and I didn't do anything with it. And I got the golf, and I played the golf. I do like the golf. I really do. The golf was really kind of fun. I really like how you have certain sections of the course that you land on. It makes it easier, kind of narrows it down a little bit. So I did like the golf. I should go play that again. I have the hockey. I haven't played any of that. That looks like it's going to take a little bit of work because it's one of these things where, excuse me, it's this guy against this guy, and you look at the chart, but you -1 if there's a certain thing happening. That always confuses me because now I can't just look at the chart. I have to think about something else, readjust on the chart, and that's a hurdle. And that's a good topic for a show, is hurdles in games. So when I read that in the instructions, it's probably not hard, but it's another hurdle that I gotta leap over when I learn a game. And sometimes I don't like to go over too many hurdles when I'm learning a game. But again, it's something I'll do that. Thanks, Mid. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're all gonna kind of jump out here. Jeff, take care. Steeler fan, thanks for stopping by. World's Worst Gamer, thanks for stopping by. I do have some fun jobs. The movie reading is fun. It's just every day, and it can be a lot. And the play-by-play for hockey is fun, but driving through 5 o'clock traffic through Boston is not fun. So I got to leave 2 hours early. So that factors into my pay. So my hourly wage goes down. But again, it is fun. Digital to Dice, don't get paid for that, but it's fun. And we meet a lot of great people. So, oh, jeepers. Take care, Jeff. And RJL stopping by Hurricane Central down there. Hopefully you're doing okay down there. Boy, you guys are just getting nailed. That sucks down there. I got a neighbor a couple streets over. She bought a house down in Florida, and that last hurricane, it wrecked the whole. I don't know if it was the whole city, the town, or the street. But they showed me pictures, and the water come up and just went in the house and just wrecked everything. So they had to gut the house. And they showed pictures of like trash day where everybody just had everything in the house out on the street because it was just all ruined. And I guess they had a sewage problem too. So not only was it water, it was sewage going everywhere. And so their house is wrecked. Luckily, it's not their main house. Their main house is over by me, but they ended up buying something down there, I guess. And they said that it's going to get rid of it. They said, well, we had it for about a year, and they had pictures of the kids swimming in the pool and the whole bit, and now it's gone. It's gone. So that sucks. So category 1, but it's not a good day to fly a kite. Okay. Well, hopefully you're okay down there. That's the big thing is everybody's okay. Stuff can be replaced, but people and animals can't. So hopefully that's good. So anyway, I'm going to jump out here. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I got to figure out what I am going to do here. We got an interview tomorrow with the people from Pocket Pennant Run. We're going to talk to Matt and/or Craig tomorrow. So if you got any questions for Pocket Pennant Run, you got to get those in tonight, because tomorrow we're going to be talking to them. And if we get it after the interview, then we can't ask the question. So if you have any questions on the second edition of Pocket Pennant Run, get those in right away. Aside from that, you guys all have a good night. Robert, you stay safe down there, and we'll talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.